Hey everyone, I hope you're doing so well. I'm coming to you today with another video about how to cover dark under eye circles, but this time just using very few products, focusing on the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. If you want to see what method I use using that specific concealer, please stay tuned. So if you want, go ahead and put a primer on your face. And then what I use is the MAC 130 brush, and as you can see, it's a dual fiber, but it's very short and dense. The color I use in the concealer is, it looks like this. It comes in a little glass bottle with a pump, which is nice. And I use NC45. I purchased a couple of other colors to mix if I get tanned, but for the purposes of this video, I don't need to. So basically what I do is I just put it onto anything plastic or your hand, whichever, and then you just kind of stipple the brush over it. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So just make sure it's nicely distributed over the brush. And then what you do is go ahead and just dot it all over the area that you want to wear it. And like the last video I did with concealing, I'm going to leave one eye untouched so you can see the before, like sort of the difference. So I'll also put this on my upper lid. And as you can see, I'm stippling it on. I'm not dragging the brush. I'm just kind of going in patting motions all around the area. And I blend it downwards so that there aren't any harsh lines and that it's not apparent. Now, I've used this and I've worn it for about 6 or 7 hours, just the concealer alone. And I haven't noticed much creasing, if any. Like, it really is very minimal. And this is probably the simplest concealer I have ever used, and I'm like big thumbs up to MAC for this one because it's amazing. Even some of the people working at MAC told me that they use this as their foundation now because it's that good. Now what you can do, and this is what I do, is this is just with the concealer on. And you can already notice the difference. I didn't add any orange color correctors and nothing, just the concealer. Now, what you can do, and what I usually do if I want to keep oil at a minimum and shine at a minimum, I will use my MAC Super Matte, not MAC, Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder. Where's the, right there. And the color, I think it's just the darker color, I don't remember the number. But what I do is I put a small amount of it on the pad and just press it all around the area that I just put concealer on. And because I don't like heavily cakey eyes, sorry, this is out of focus a little bit. I'm using a different camera today and there's a little screen on the side and I keep looking at it, so I'm sorry that I'm not focusing on you. I just take a small brush afterwards and just sort of wipe off the excess. And not only do I have dark under eye circles, all around my eye is dark. So this stuff is awesome to make it, if I want to go on those days where you can't see the dark circles, but it doesn't look like I'm wearing any makeup, I'll put the concealer on as well, because you can see the difference here, between here and here. So that's wiped off. Now, one thing you can do if you want to highlight a little bit under the eye, I would use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light, just a very small amount, because in my other concealer video, I used the Smashbox Under Eye Illuminating Liquid, which is awesome. But this, I don't, like I said, I don't want to put anything liquidy on top of it because it tends to crease a little bit more if I do that. I'll just put a little bit of this, I'll wipe it off on the back of my hand. I put some on the brush. I'm going to put a little bit of it under the eye, sort of looking down where you can kind of see the bags, and just blend it out. Okay, and with that I am done concealing. It was so simple. Literally all I used was MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45. I use the Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder to set it very lightly without a lot of powder on there, and just to highlight right underneath the eye. And this is not very apparent, the highlighting. It's more reflective to mask the darkness or bags, if anything. It'll just reflect light, and I just use the Hourglass Ambient lighting powder in Radiant Light. That's it, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed. Have a fabulous day.